while we are waiting for our brothers and sisters to come, let us utilize this time to be together, inshallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لن ينال الله لحومها ولا دماؤها ولكن يناله التقوى منكم كذلك سخرها لكم لتكبروا الله على ما هداكم وبشر المحسنين. صدق الله العظيم. My respected brothers and sisters, I want to start by saying Eid Mubarak to you all, especially our young brothers and sisters. Eid Mubarak to you all, and I hope you have received your sweets from the masjid. If you haven't, please make sure you take your sweets on the way out. When we were growing up, we didn't have any masjid giving us sweets. We have different memories. So alhamdulillah, you're lucky. You've got something more than what we have. So I hope you enjoy your day, and this day becomes a memorable day, inshallah, for us all. My brothers and sisters, this day of Eid, I want to remind myself and everyone here, what are we celebrating? What are we remembering? We are actually celebrating and remembering the achievements of a small family. We are all part of families. So we celebrate them, we remember them, so that we can try our best to be like them. That's the idea. It's not that we celebrate them, we remember them, or actually we don't even remember them. We just have fun, lots of food, receive some gifts, not some, probably in some cases, lots of gifts, and have fun, visit relatives. These are good, alhamdulillah, these are good things. But we should also try to go to the root of it. What are we celebrating? How did the celebration come about? This celebration is celebration of the achievement of the family of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam, he was one of the forefathers of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He had a son. For a long time he did not have any children. According to many historians, for almost 100 years. When him and his wife actually gave up hope for any children. Allah granted him a child, and that child was Ismail alayhi salam, who later on becomes another prophet of Allah as well. So Allah wanted to test Ibrahim alayhi salam whether he loves his son more or he loves Allah more. Those of us who wanted something for a very long time, and when you get that, you actually know the value of it. You can appreciate it. I have a friend who didn't have any children for 17 years. After 17 years, alhamdulillah, they got twins. And those twins, I couldn't describe how beloved those twins are. I have a cousin who didn't have a child for 12 years. After 12 years, he had a boy. That boy is special to all of us. Yeah, that's only 12 years and 17 years. Imagine Ibrahim alayhi salam. He didn't have any children, and it was coming to a point that physically it's not possible. He's become old. His wife became old. But at that time Allah granted him Ismail. So you can imagine how beloved he was. And when children grow, they pass through lovely age before they start picking up bad habits. And before the hormones kick in. About 7, 8, 9, that beautiful age. From the age of 3 onwards, they start running around, playing hide and seek. And then when they grow up a little bit more, 7 and 8, they want to go to the shop with their dad. They want to go and help their dad. Yeah, that's the age Ismail was. And at that time, father and children, they really bond. Because the child wants the father, and that's the age it was. So at that time, Allah wanted to test Ibrahim alayhi salam, whether he loves Allah more or his child more. So Allah commanded him to sacrifice something which is beloved to him. He loves the most in this world. So he woke up and sacrificed some animals. He saw the same dream again. Woke up and sacrificed some more animals. He saw the same dream again, third time. Woke up. What is it? Okay, then he thought, okay, what is most beloved to me? My son. Maybe Allah is testing me. So he spoke to his son. So he said, this is what it is. He spoke to his son, who's about between 7 to 9. He said, son, this is what I'm seeing in my dream. I think Allah is commanding me to sacrifice you. Look at the relationship between the father and the child. And look at the child as well. He said, oh father, if this is Allah's command, please go ahead and you will find me patient. You will find me very patient. Okay. And then the story goes on, and Ibrahim alayhi salam took Ismail to Mina, and where he tried to sacrifice him, but Allah gave an animal from Jannah. He sacrificed the animal that Allah gave him, and Ismail alayhi salam was saved and spared. That's why we do this Eid, we do Qurbani, we do sacrifice. We sacrifice an animal. This is where it came from. So we are celebrating that family, their test, their achievement. This is what we are celebrating. So now, what I want to do, I want to spend a few minutes just going back and analyzing that story a little bit more. So for us, as parents, as children, we can take a few lessons for our family on this day of Eid. Now, let's imagine our 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old. They're probably still too busy with their Peppa Pigs and some superheroes. Okay? If we talk to them, they wouldn't probably have an idea. Now this child, 7 to 8-year-old, he knows about Allah so much. And you can't say he had gone to school, he had gone to madrasa. That's not madrasa age. That's not school age. Where did he learn that love of Allah from? There's only one place, at home. So that gives us an idea about how the home of Ismail alayhi salam, the home of Ibrahim alayhi salam was. And this is a lesson for us. If we are not getting this kind of response from our children, then it's a time to question ourselves. How much of that environment at home we are trying to create for our children so that they learn love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that they learn how to be good Muslims. They learn how to sacrifice. They learn those values. These core values cannot be learned from books. It cannot be learned in school. It cannot be learned by doing some rituals. It has to be an organic learning environment at home. And that's when, if we have that loving home, caring home, where children feel safe, where parents have time for their children, parents give time to them, parents play with the children, children will learn. And this is the deep-rooted learning that will stay with the children all their life. This kind of learning will put the learning that they will have in school, the learning that they will have from books, the learning they will have in other walks of life, the experience at home will put it into context. They can understand it, they can appreciate it. So my message to you, my brothers and sisters, today is creating that home environment of the home of Ibrahim alayhi salam. If we create that environment, then inshallah, our children will grow up to become good Muslims. Our children will be proud of us. Our children will be proud of who they are. Our children will be proud of their being Muslim. Our children will not be those who think, who will be so deluded that they will think that they will have inferiority complex in them, that what other people are doing better than us. No, they will be proud of who they are. Alhamdulillah, Allah has protected us. Allah has protected us, those who are here. We don't have that inferiority complex. If you go to Bangladesh, if you go to Pakistan, if you go to other countries, if you speak pure Urdu, pure Bengali, pure language, you're not educated because you haven't put a few words in there. That's the inferiority complex. This is a slave mentality which has been left in them. Alhamdulillah, Allah has brought us here. Allah has opened our mind. We don't have that slave mentality in us. We have become to some extent free. We need to make our children free so that they can be proud of who they are. They can be proud Muslims. They can be proud believers. They can take the flag of Islam to all corners of the world. They can practice Islam wherever they are. They can practice Islam if they are in a market, if they are in a shop, if they are at work, if they are in the office, if they are in the parliament. Wherever they are, they can practice Islam. They can be proud of who they are. They don't have to be apologetic about it. And this is
what we need to create in our family, in our children. We have to give it to our children while they are young. And this is the lesson I want all of us to take from this Eid Jama'ah, that we always hear the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So today I just wanted to focus on that part of Ibrahim alayhi salam's life where he was creating that environment. So now, next part of this khutbah, I want to focus on what can we do, few practical takeaways that we could implement inshallah. So before I move on to the next part, I would like to request everyone to just stand up and make space inshallah. Jazakumullah khair.